So I'm standing there looking at $700 worth of 2 prescriptions. Look at these. They're customized. Want to see yourself? Watch this. How cool is that? Here's my bike. Oh look, Daddy's cutting the grass, kids. He's cutting the grass. Come on. Hi. Julie here on a Saturday afternoon. It is 4:08 according to Julie's watch. I'm sitting here and I'm going over lists. Happy lists, so all is well. So I'm just sitting here contemplating what to do with organizing myself. I have my channel, which you're watching, and I have my podcast, which some people are listening to, and I have the Daniel Special Art Shop, which is our shop, to which I hope to keep adding creative things. But it's a bit to manage because all of these things are growing. So I'm trying to like make an organized way of having more specific goals and tasks, you know, like I do with my lists for packing for vacation. There is something to be said for having specific tasks and goals linked to what you're doing. Anyway, I bought a binder, so I'm going to make 3 sections for each of these 3 areas and kind of have a vision plan drawn up for each. And I know it's a lot to say I have 3 things going, but one of them is specifically Daniel's location. And I was thinking that, and I don't know, but maybe I could use Daniel's aid to work with him to work in his shop. Since technically it's his artwork, which is something they do, and yeah, why not? They could like check the status of things, upload anything new, let me know if we have, sometimes when someone buys something that comes from this, I have like an e-commerce manufacturer that does the ornaments and notebooks and journals and mouse pads, things like that. But you have to go into that website when you get an Etsy order and trigger it to go to production. It doesn't just automatically go, you have to like release. Like sort of an assistant. I don't know. I wonder if she would do that, even if it's like a couple hours a week, as long as it's done, you know, with Daniel. And you know, I do try to show him stuff and go over stuff with him, but not on any organized schedule. So, and then the podcast is more of my big baby with my creative space and the things I'm writing. The channel is the videos and me talking about the things that I'm doing in my world. It's called adapting, and I'm always adapting, and I'm always learning, and I'm always saying, okay, well, okay, I gotta figure out a way to make this happen and that happen. Even today, I have to say, this morning I was having, okay, so I had like an anxiety, not attack, but this morning I was meditating and I had difficulty staying in the space I wanted to be in. And eventually I got there, but it was difficult. I felt like heart racing a little bit, and I think it was just all of the things going on. And also I had to get some medication, and one of my medications, like the pharmacy doesn't have it. They don't know who's going to have it. The doctor prescribed it for me. It's a medication that's supposed to help with weight loss, and also I'm sort of borderline sugar, and I have a lot of inflammation, and it was really helping me substantially, and I was on it steadily up through Christmas time, having great success. And then on and off, the pharmacist could get it, then they couldn't get it, and now CVS, Walgreens, I mean everywhere I called, not Rite Aid, what's the other one? Stop and Shop. Nobody can get this medication. It's called Wegovy, and or Ozempic. So the manufacturers are basically saying a lot of people are using it for this reason, and they have a shortage. So I was like, damn it, it was helping me. It was really, and I'm still doing okay. I just don't, I'm getting like kind of more anxious, like hot flashy stuff. I don't know if that medicine was helping or not, but when I was on it, I didn't have these little, like, I don't know if you've ever had hot flashes. It's like, kind of like that, like your heart starts to race. But unfortunately, fibromyalgia causes a lot of freaky stuff in people's bodies, okay? A lot of things. And nobody has yet to really explain to me what to do about it, you know? I've been dealing with fibromyalgia for quite a while, and in the doctor's office they've gone from, okay, so you should take this or Lyrica or Cymbalta. I tried all of those things, and most of the time they made me gain a lot of weight, okay, and didn't really help with, you know, my biggest challenge, which has always been the binge eating disorder, which I've had my whole life. And now that I've really begun to really get a handle on it and do well, because I want to be healthier, the doctor's all on board, and I'm eating well, and I said I was very, very stuck, and my sugar levels are high, and I'm not a diabetic yet. Maybe my sister is now, I don't know, but I'm trying to not get that on my list of things, okay? So that was what this medication was supposed to. Somehow it helps to deal with insulin in your body differently. I don't really understand it, but I was like dropping pounds pretty fast when I was on it, and I felt better. And the more I lose weight, the more I feel better. Less inflammation on my bones and my body and my stress. Anyway, so this morning I found out I can't find that medication. So I'm just gonna have to go another however long without it again. And I don't have time to drive and look in every single pharmacy everywhere. I just don't. It's really frustrating when your doctor says, here's this medicine, and then you go to get it and it's not there. And then you're like, well, what do I do now? Whose responsibility is it to know where the medicine is before they prescribe it, right? I don't know. And then my other medicine for depression, when my deductible resets, which is every July 1st, we have a $3,000 per person out-of-pocket max, $6,000 per family. So it resets every July 1. So one of my depression meds costs $371 with insurance and a coupon. So, but it's because of the deductible, and I'm just like, forgot about that. So then I was like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes it's like things just get to a point where you're like, you want to scream, because that's just my medicine for Julie. Never mind his stuff. I mean, I went to pick up his nasal spray for seizure disorders. It's a nasalam, and it's basically a nose drop, which stops a seizure. It's like, in the old days, you'd have to do rectal Valium inserts to stop a really bad seizure. Now they have a nasal spray developed, which is very cool, and it works really well. You just right up the nose, and within seconds he's out. of the seizure. So they said it's not covered under insurance. We're sorry. And I said, well, it should be. He has 2 insurances and he never has co-pays. And they said, we're sorry. It says it costs, no, that was $371. Mine was $341. That was $371. So I'm standing there looking at $700 worth of 2 prescriptions. I didn't have that kind of money. And I knew I had to go home and go to battle. And so it's just another frustrating thing. And it makes you feel like you got air bubbles in your head, because when you get on the phone with pharmacies, with insurance companies, with anything that you have to call about, it feels like it takes a half an hour to 45 minutes. I call to order medical supplies, half an hour. By the time you get through all the prompts and you get the person puts you on hold. And then when I was done with all the frustrating medical stuff, I found a unauthorized transaction on one of my credit cards, which didn't have any balance and suddenly had 2 weird charges. So I called this credit card company, and I got somebody, after waiting for 15 minutes. 15 minutes! I just let it go while I was doing other things. And then they forwarded me to their fraud alert department, and I was on hold there. And I just left it on hold, and I forgot I still had it on hold. Like I said, heck with it. And I forgot. I was like in Daniel's room back in here, and nobody had answered. It was still on hold. And 41 minutes. And so finally I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, I don't know what's going on in the world, that people don't answer phones. And I was calling it not lunchtime. You know, I know how it is. Anyway, so many things take a lot of time, including working on my fun stuff, which is the things that I'm hoping will A, bring purpose, value, and some kind of benefit to the world, but B, also be a sort of way to work and support and make it a business, and find you know, if it has value, then people will pay for that, right? So I believe that. Anyway, just a little bit from the honey desk. Yeah, I've named my desk here, this area, I call it the honey desk. Ever since I took that class where the lady talked about your money, honey, so the family desk is the honey desk, because that's where the honey comes from. Let's go into Daniel's room. We've got ourselves an afternoon napper. What you doing, Budsky? You'd been very sleepy today. He did not want to do anything with the nurse and the aide this morning. A little red flagged here. Were you watching that movie, or were you sleeping? Okay, I see you.